My friends, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon.
Morning, sir.
Then today we are going to start new topics that is related to government and market and government and various other activities, whatever the market perform, and therefore we are going to share our main topics. It is very important because we are working in terms of government rules and regulations there, because we have to complete a lot of procedures during our work. Just a minute. Have you seen the file?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, students are it's continuously coming. Then today we are going to discuss about market efficiency and role of government. What I already discussed, inform you that the market efficiency is sometimes it was very, very important, and our economists were very much believe on the market itself can regulate all the things, and therefore there is no worry of the government there. But yes, it was during the classical era where Adam Smith said that. Adam Smith said that the overall market is governed by the market mechanisms there. Therefore, there is the least role of the government. And he explained that the government is best which govern least. But what happens there, after the Second World War, 1930 and depressions, and at that time, overall market systems failed because there was high stock in the productions, but there was no market, demand there. Therefore, there was a very much crisis in the market, and therefore, that Keynes, developed one theory, that is Keynesian theory. What it tells us there, it tells like money, market, interest rate, employment, output, and interest rate. And then he developed a new theory from which he suggests the government. Without the intervention by the government, the situation would not be solved there. And therefore, he suggests the government to distribute the money among the people, and then the market will be start, without which then there is high productions which is produced by the water producers, but there was no market demand there due to the lack of money there. Even nowadays, you can see that there is, I think there may be starting a lot of water production activities, in the country. At the same time, people are highly suffering from the money because they don't have the money to purchase there. And therefore, even there is the chances of very great problems or very default problem of water not having the demand in the market. What you see there in the market, then this vegetables market not getting. Vegetables market is very suffering there, and therefore number of peoples or farmers are wasting their vegetables. And other thing you can see there, I think the hotels or restaurants who have been starting their packaging work. But what is the demand for that? Even I talked to a restaurant guys yesterday, and then what I asked them there, you have the chance to prepare the food and send to the people's doorsteps. It is very good chance for you or not. And then he explained that. Sure, we are waiting for many days for this purpose, but we don't have that level of markets there because no demand in the market. Even 5-star hotels are just preparing a lot of menus, and they are preparing that capabilities to send the product to the people's door, but there is no demand. Why it is? Certainly, one side it is due to the cause of very default problem of the disease, and other sides people may not have that level of income to purchase it because yes, number of people have not been getting the what they're like good yes, like employment work at the office one side, and another side then yes, lot of companies not been able to pay the salaries of the peoples there. Then what happens? Certainly the yes, people's hand would be what they're empty means what they that they don't have the money. If they don't have the money, then how they can purchase the goods and services from the market? It is very default, very default. Therefore nowadays people are waiting for what the different types of government water facilities, but you can see that the government is very poor and not been able to what is distribute any kinds of water direct water benefit to all the people. It is only distributing to those people who are working day by day, and yes, and they are enlisted in terms of what their daily workers are only benefited. But other middle peoples who don't have that level of income, and they sometimes they are not getting the salaries, and sometimes they have not been able to yes, like maintain their regular income, then what happens there? They are, certainly they are very much suffering there. Therefore, in these situations, who can work? Who can help? Yes, certainly the government must help. Yes, there are two types of helping procedures there. One procedure is the government can give the money. I think you listen that. Then USA succeeds to provide the water at least $200. Yes, $200. Yes, like money to their water to the water peoples or citizens where they like account there. Yes, to those who are below the average income. And what I listen there, then Hong Kong succeeds to provide $10,000 for the peoples there to solve their problems there. And even yes, in India we can listen that they got a certain level of 5,000 water like yes, 5,000 cash to those who are there who are marginal people, and somewhat various facilities on the ration card. But what about in Nepal? Certainly we listen that there those people who are enlisted as daily workers, and yes, and then they can get certain level of what they like it is called rahat or facility there for sometimes, and after that then the government announced that then they will get the water benefit only by after working the water various like local like government work there. This is the situation. What I am telling you that then you are the managers, then you will suffer from different kinds of problems day by day like this. Therefore, at that time also your existence is very much through your various procedures. But for this purpose, you should have the great knowledge about the water. Yes, the government rules and regulations, how the government yes, proceeds all kinds of rules and regulations there. Then how the government facilitate all kinds of industries or enterprises there. Either you are the CEO of a company, then you have to work on what there various like tax capabilities there, various interest rate policies there, and various export and import policies there, and various marketing mechanisms which is controlled by the government also there. Because nowadays, yes, due to the various constraints there, the government has been what they're taking more what they're like yes more works there to facilitate the government sometimes, and sometimes to regulate the water to facilitate the water like industry or enterprises there or peoples there, and other sides there the government water yes like policies is depend on the basis of the different types of governments there. Certainly you have listened there or you have already studied that there are three types of government in the world, yes, based on the economic activity. Yes, they are what? First is capitalistic economies, means that government which can run the water capitalistic economy. In capitalistic economy, yes, all the water, like large number of water policies and programs have been prepared for to facilitate the water, facilitate the industry or enterprises there. Yes, that is known as water capitalistic economy, which is also called liberalized economy, there, and somewhat respect market economy or privatized economy there. But another economy is called water socialism economy in which what there the government feels that then the government is yes very enough to solve all kinds of people's problems there. Therefore, the government should play the vital role to control what their various capabilities of the markets there, and that is known as what there is socialism economy. And next, that is known as what there that is mixed economy. That mixed economy always what there yes takes the main features or very effective features or supportive features of market economy or capitalist economy and then socialist economy. In this economy, partially the government is working all the activities itself, yes, itself, and other things are to the government, yes, like private sectors there, yes. Yes, go on.
So slide move bhagai chaina ki ke bhako sir?
No, I'm just making the background to move on.
Okay, sir. Sorry.
Yes, we discussed about what? Capitalistic economy. That economy is also called market economy, where more economic activities are governed by the market sectors, where market is the what there, market is the very much game player to decide all kinds of what there, demand, supply, and price there. That is known as what? Capitalistic economy, which is also called liberalized economy or privatized economy. Next one, socialist economy. That is also called what? A centralized economy. That centralized economy always here itself, and then yes, few rules are only what they're given to the private sectors to what they run the industry or enterprises. But the government is based, which governed by very greatest there. That is called the what they're like centralized economy or socialist economy. And next one is what they're mixed economy. Mixed economy means what their main good features of the socialist economy and then what there and then capitalist economies are yes adopted by the what? Mixed economy there. Then what is the economy of Nepal now? Certainly this economy is mixed economy. Why? Because one side the government is ruling very much for the various activities to prepare the rules and regulations there and somewhat respect fixation of the prices there, price there. And other sides there, then yes, the government is telling that we are giving more facilities to the private sectors to open the industry or enterprises, to run it, to fix the price, and various other activities there. Therefore, in Nepalese context, we are following the what? Mixed economy there. Yes. Before 10 years ago, it was yes very much what a capitalistic economy. All the economic activities were yes gradually diverting to the private sector, and therefore the government sold a lot of what there yes government to industries or enterprises to the private sector. But nowadays again, yes, the government is reviewing the things there. Yes, was it correct? Yes. Was it correct or not? And therefore, somewhat respect we listen that then the government must play the vital role to protect the various rights of the very marginal people one side. And other sides, the government should give the various capabilities to the private sectors. They can flourish themselves. And there would be the double competitions there, the competition in between government enterprises and then others private enterprises that can help to the marginal people, and at that time the economy can move ahead very properly. Yes. Therefore, this is the situation in Nepalese context. We are following the what? Yes, we are following the mixed economy there. Mixed economy. Yeah. Okay. Now, today our concern is market efficiency and role of the government. Then, if we talk the market efficiency means at that time is that the role of the government is, yes, they're very much together there. Therefore, whether the markets are working very properly or not, yes, that depends on their government behavior to the markets there. Yes, for this purpose, we are going to discuss all these things one by one because without discussing all these things and knowing all these things, they are understanding all these things, and you are a manager of a company, how you run your industry or enterprises, certainly you must have that knowledge. and that helps to you to know the what their overall policies and programs of the government, yes, regarding to the what their opening of the organizations there and execution of the organization, taxation policies of the government there, export and import policies of the government there, and other side there, international connections of the governments there, that are the very important so are there like phenomena for your industry or enterprises. Therefore, our economics, managerial economics, always try to connect all these things to you to facilitate you one side and to make the good understanding to implement or on your industry or enterprises. You are a very effective what there, yes, manager of a company there. Okay, now we proceed here about the yes introduction of what we yes, market efficiency and role of the government, syllabus of the units. Yes, this unit is going to discuss about the following thing, that is market and efficiency, means that is effect of government policy, tax and price control policies there in the market equilibrium and market efficiency there. And next, that is market failure. Sometimes what happens, that market would be failure due to the various causes there. But what is your work? How you prepare your policies and programs there to protect from the failure. That kind of procedure would be very much wider understanding for you. And therefore, we are going to discuss about it. And next, that is government response to market failures there. Wow, how the government responds on the market failures and what types of rationale for the regulations there. And that would be what their monopoly regulations there and antitrust policy there, patent systems, operating control, subsidy policy, taxation policies there, and regulation of environment pollution. All these things are very much what they're discussed. Yes, because these are the very important aspect to run your industry or enterprises there. And next, regulation of international competitions there. At the same time, you are walking in the field of various product there. Then your product, not only for your selling in the market of the country or local there, but you can make the very good network to sell your product yet internationally. Even you are working in the bank there. Then at the same time, you have various opportunities to connect the international banks there for the remittances there and various export and import activities there. Then and for this purpose, then what are the rules there? How you control all these things? How you connect all these things? These are very much important, and therefore you will discuss about it. Yes, you will get detailed knowledge about it there, and then you can hold all these things very properly. And next, problems of regulation, effect of regulations efficiency there. What are the regulations effect and regulations efficiency? That would be discussed in this. And next, government failure, theory of public choice. Yes, we'll discuss all these things in our discussion of these topics there, market efficiency and role of the government. Therefore, here it is important to connect you to the government where you are operating your industry or enterprises as a managers, as a CEO of a company, isn't it? Yes, these are the syllabus, what we are going to discuss. Therefore, it will take more days than before because we have to know all these things very properly. Let's discuss all these things. Now, this introduction. Now, in the fact, the role of the government, what we already discussed there. Yes, the government was only limited to maintain the law and order and providing the national defense. But this modern age, the government role is increasing, and government rules and regulations and policies have influences not only the rules and regulations of the country, security policies, their defense policies, but now it is influences on the industries, firms, and consumers there. Therefore, it is very important to the managers to know all these things very perfectly, and you should have the sufficiently familiar knowledge about the business laws of the countries there. how you run their business companies there, and what are the legal procedures to conduct it, and then what are the legal procedures even sometimes to close it and shift to the next paradigms. At the same time, you have to, yes, very much clear about how to protect your industrial enterprises from the various illegal business practices there. There may be there are different problems there. You should be very aware about how to control it, how to maintain it, how to protect your industrial enterprises from the different kinds of harm activities there. That is also related in our discussions there. Yes, therefore our topics is very relevant for you and very implementing for you. Okay. Now, yes, the role of government in the economy there. Certainly, role of government, what we already discussed, role of government in the market economy is, the government is based which govern list. Yes, where the government takes only the responsibility about the security, defense, and various facilitations to the private sectors there. Therefore, that is known as market economy. In market economy, the government role is list. Therefore, it is said that the government is based with govern list. It means the government is transforming all the policies and programs to the private sector, and they are very free, and all the activities are governed by the market. Governed by the market means demand and supply phenomena there. Yes, this is first. And second, role of government in socialist economy. That socialist economy, the government is based which govern greatest. It is also called what? It is also called centralized economy. In centralized economy, the government always try to hold all the economic activities itself. And the government feel that we are the best, and people can only follow us. Yes, follow us, and therefore we have to hold all the economic activities there, and must take all kinds of responsibility of their country regarding to the economic activities and other political activities there. Then that is known as socialist economy. And third, that is government in the mixed economy. What I already discussed, we discussed about what the government is best. Yes, which takes all the good features of the market economy and good feature of the socialist economy. Therefore, in mixed economy, the government always try to run both private sectors and government sector very smoothly, in which the government try to be a very good competitor with the private sector. At that time, the government try to control the various pricing policies there, even interest rate policies there, and even other rules and regulations that is related to demand and supply policies there, and all this. And therefore, in mixed economy, generally we believe that in underdeveloped economy or developing economies, we have not been developed the market very properly, can hold the that types of mixed economy very much. In Nepalese countries, you can see there, one side we can see the like Nepal Telecoms, and other side we have Ncell. This is a very good example of mixed economy in Nepal. And when the Ncell try to minimize the cost of or charge the less price in the various telecom activity there. At the same time, Aju, yes please. At the same time, Nepal Telecom also try to decrease the price. त्यतिखेर सँगसँगै के हुन्छ भने नेपाल टेलिकमले पनि त्यतिखेर सँगै प्राइस चाहिँ घटाउनु पर्ने हुन्छ। यसको अर्थ के भनेको भने हामीले के डिस्कस गर्यौं, मिक्स्ड इकोनोमी त्यस्तो इकोनोमी हो जहाँ चाहिँ सरकारले आफूले सक्ने केही कामहरू आफैले गर्छ र त्यस्तै प्रकारको उद्योगहरू प्राइभेट सेक्टरले पनि गर भनेर उनीहरूले पनि छुट दिन्छ। यसको अर्थ के हो भने यतिखेर चाहिँ द गभर्मेन्ट try to compete with the private sector. Try to compete with the private sector in terms of what? In terms of production, in terms of consumption, price, in terms of regulations there. And at that time, there is the chances of protecting the various right of the marginal people. त्यतिखेर चाहिँ marginal people को मूल्य चाहिँ के त राइटलाई चाहिँ अलिकति चाहिँ के गर्न सक्छ भने प्रोटेक्ट गर्न सक्छ भन्ने मानिन्छ यदि सरकारले राम्ररी त्यो कुरालाई मिक्स्ड इकोनोमीलाई चाहिँ परफर्म गर्न सक्यो भने। त्यसैले हामी एउटा एक्जाम्पल दिँदै थियौं कि योभन्दा पहिले जब मार्केट इकोनोमी भन्दा पहिले चाहिँ सबै कुरा धेरै कुरा जब चाहिँ सरकारको मातहतमा थियो त्यतिखेर महँगो नै थिए। जस्तै उदाहरणको निम्ति हामीले इन्डिया फोन गर्नु पर्यो भने इभन चाहिँ कति मलाई केसम्म थाहा छ भने 90 रुपीज पर मिनेट तिरेको सम्म थाहा छ पर कल है, पर मिनेट कल। अब अहिले चाहिँ हामी जब चाहिँ मार्केट इकोनोमी आयो त्यसपछि चाहिँ एनसेल आयो, अहिले कम्पिटिसन हुँदा हुँदै डिफ्रेन्ट इन्टरनेसनल कम्पिटिसन आयो। अब अहिले हेर्यो भने कति रुपियाँ छ त 14-24 चाहिँ थिच्यो भने जम्मा 4 रुपियाँ हो कि कति छ। यसको अर्थ के हो? वाइ इट इज ड्यू टु द वाटर मिक्स्ड इकोनोमी what we apply there at that time. One side the private sector is trying to add their work very competitively there with the government, and other side the government is also at their liable to at least not to go more than price of the private sector. Private sector भन्दा बढी जान सक्दैन। तर पनि नेपालमा हामी हेर्यो भने अहिले पनि के छ, नेपाल ओयल कर्पोरेसन जति पनि फ्युल्सहरू छ सरकारले नै बेच्छ। अनि त्यस्तै गरेर हामी सुन्दैछौँ सरकारले नै बेच्दै गर्दाखेरि अहिले महँगो परेको छ भन्ने सुन्दैछौँ। त्यस्तै गरेर अर्कोतिर हामी हेर्यो भने बिजुली कसले बेच्छ? सरकारले बेच्छ। अरू डिफरेन्ट थिङ्स। अनि मार्केटमा चाहिँ अनि इन्ट्रेस्ट रेट धेरै जसो कसले? सरकारले नै चाहिँ डिटरमाइन गर्छ, योभन्दा माथि नजानुस् भन्छ हो। तर यो लेभलमा चाहिँ कम्पिटिसन गर्नु चाहिँ भन्छ। त्यो भनेको के हो? फेरि फ्यासिलिटेसन हो। त्यस्तै त्यही प्रकारका उद्योगहरू अरूलाई खोल्न दिएको छ। यसको अर्थ के हो भने हामी कम्पिटिसन गरौँ र जतिसक्दो जनतालाई बेनिफिट दिउँ भन्ने नै हो यसको लक्ष्य। त्यसैले द मिक्स्ड इकोनोमी इज बेस्ट फर द वाट? बेस्ट फर the developing countries, where one side the government should take the responsibility and another side private sector must also take the responsibility on the same water items, productions there, distributions there, and price controls and etc. There, at that time, we can get the more benefit. Okay, this is about the mixed economy. And in mixed economy, that mixed economy, there is no matter whether it is what the government is highly democratic or the government is highly socialistic. No matter about that, then they can hold that economy according to their interest or people's benefits there. Okay, therefore the role of government in different economies, plays a vital role to regularize their various capabilities of productions, distribution, exchange, and all their economic matters there. Therefore, here main thing is who holds about the economic activity. That economic activity is what? There's production, consumption, distribution, exchange, even international, market trading, and it is there, and other social activities. Okay, next. Types of government role. Certainly, what we already discussed about that, the government role are first regulatory role there. And the regulatory role of the government includes all direct and indirect policy measures which the government employs from time to time to control and regulate the private sectors from various private sectors economic activities. It means the government is only the facilitators there, where it plays the vital role to regulate the various industry or enterprises through the government's rules and regulations there. Then that is known as regulatory role. And next, promotional role there. In promotional role there, the government includes all the water activities that are undertaken and all the policies that are adopted to build the water, build up the infrastructures. Certainly, for example, the government is promoting the water like market of the middle part of Nepal there, and therefore the government is preparing what? Yes, preparing that agriculture farm road, मध्य मार्ग, yes, मध्य पहाडी मार्ग हो सडक विस्तार गर्ने भनिरहेको छ। त्यस्तै हुलाकी मार्ग विस्तार गर्ने भनेको छ। यो भनेको के हो भने त्यतिखेर हुलाकी मार्गले डिफरेन्ट इन्डस्ट्रिजहरूलाई चाहिँ के गर्ने कनेक्ट गर्ने भनिएको हो। र अनि मध्य पहाडी मार्गले चाहिँ के भनेको भने पूर्वदेखि पश्चिमसम्म अनि सबै चाहिँ त्यस क्षेत्रको अनि एग्रिकल्चर मार्केट टुरिज्म सेक्टरलाई जोड्ने भनेको हो। That is what it is the proportional role of the government. Not only that, the government water supplies the water. That energy, power, electricity, हो electricity के गर्छ भने सप्लाई गर्छ कहाँ सबैतिर देशभरि अबको 2 वर्षमा या 3 वर्षमा सबै जनताले चाहिँ बिजुली पाउने भनेको छ। अहिले पनि धनी कति पर्सेन्ट 90%। यसको अर्थ के हो भने it is the promotional role of the government there where the government is adopted that policies there to build up the various infrastructures, that infrastructure related to roads, communications, and then, yes, power energies, and facilitations of the drinking water, sewerage, and various other capabilities. And that will help for the water establishment of your industry or enterprises in the various places of the country there. Therefore, one side the government regulate, and other side government role is water promotional rules for the various activities here that can help you to go together with the governments there by taking all the benefits. Yes, by taking with all the benefits. Next now, market and efficiency. Yes, in market efficiency. Efficient market ensures the optimal resource utilization by allowing for prices, motives, independent actors in the economy. The market efficiency can be achieved only in the competitive market there. In a competitive market, we can see that there is the competition for the productions, there is the competition of the consumption, there is the competition for the like exchange there, selling, and there is the competitions in all the wider economic activities there. And your role if you are a manager would be would be to grab the opportunities of the market there, to grab the opportunity from the government there, to grab the opportunity of the policies of the government to run or execute in your industry or enterprises there. Therefore, as you are working in the market economy, then you are allowing to utilize the resources very optimally and then start your independent, production enterprises there, because it always motivates the independent actors in the economy there. Yes, the market economy can be competitive markets there. Therefore, the concept of economic activities include the 3 main measures of the efficiency, which are first, productive efficiency. You should have productive efficiency there. It means that you would be very capable to produce the large amount of goods at the low cost. Because if you will be able to produce. Hello, sir. Hajur. Anything?
Hello.
Hajur, Banu. Okay. Now there are 3 measures. There are 3 main measures of the efficiency which are given below. First is production efficiency. Second, X efficiency. Third, allocate efficiency. Then going to discuss about it. What is the production efficiency first? Production efficiency is related to produce the goods and services at the what? Low price there in comparison to others. Why? Low cost. Why? Because you have to compete in the market there where you mute you. And where production efficiency means what there? This occurs when output is produced at lowest possible cost. And that cost means what? Where marginal cost equates to average cost there. This is achieved only in perfect competition in the long run. Therefore, you have to develop that capacities there where you will able to produce your product at the very minimal cost. That will help you, one side, to increase your efficiency, to utilize the available resources highly, perfectly, yes, highly and perfectly. Second, that help you to compete in the market very perfectly, where you can sell your product at the what? Low price there. If you're able to sell your product low price in the market means there, without compromising the quality, then what happens? Certainly, you can win the game of the markets there. Therefore, yes, the government always try to give that kinds of capability to you through the various regulatory policies there, where the government try to facilitate you and make all kinds of provisions to just help your capabilities. But whether you can utilize it very properly or not, whether you are aware about it or not, it depends on you. Therefore, you can see here, in the long run, your production capability would be what there? LMC would be equal to LAC is equal to, yes, LMR. Here, the equilibrium point showing that you have been able to produce large quantity of output at the what there, lower prices there. It is called what there, productive efficiency there. Therefore, you should be very, very able to do or perform these kinds of economic activities there. Yes, from which would be you would be very much benefited there. Okay. Therefore, you're always concerned. Your dream would be what there? How we able to utilize all the available resources very properly, very perfectly, and very competitively, and then how I able to give the highest level of benefit for the people that at low cost there through my what there, my capability there. That is the important part. Therefore, yes, therefore you must have the productive efficiency. Yes, therefore the government works to improve your productive efficiency, or should work. Sometimes the government may not, but yes, through our demand and through the what their market mechanisms, we have to draw the government to facilitate us. Okay. And next, that is X efficiency. Certainly, X efficiency is very important here because there are different what their capabilities of the capabilities of production means you can see there are three opportunities. One is AC1, second is AC2, and third is AC3. Your concern is what? Which is your concerning factors there? You have to, yes, try to minimize and minimize your water, yes, cost of production. That always water related to your X efficiency. Somewhere we listen that your product must have at least one plus. एउटा प्लस हुनुपर्छ अरूले भन्दा भनेको के हो एउटा छुट्टै क्वालिटी हुनुपर्छ भनेको एउटा छुट्टै क्वालिटी हुनुपर्छ भनेको कुरा के हो भने तपाईको क्वालिटीले अरूलाई चाहिँ जित्नु पर्छ त्यो जित्ने के ले हो भन्यो भने तपाईसँग एक्स एफिसिएन्सी हुनुपर्छ एक्स एफिसिएन्सी भनेको के हो भने तपाईले लो कस्टमा पर्फेक्ट कम्पिटिसनमा तपाई के गर्नुपर्छ हरेक चाहिँ फोर्सेसहरुलाई चाहिँ युज गरेर लो लेभल कस्टमा चाहिँ तपाई प्रोडक्सन गर्न सक्नुपर्छ या तपाईले चाहिँ तपाईको कम्पनीमा सकेसम्म कम क्यापेबल बरु धेरै पैसा दिनुस् थोरै मान्छेहरुलाई र अनि राख्नुस् ताकि तपाईको प्रोडक्सन इन्क्रिज हुन सकोस् र अनि त्यस्तो मात्र रिसोर्स युज गर्नुस् जसले तपाईको क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट होस् र अनि के होस् प्रोडक्सन कस्ट कम होस् यी सबै कुराहरुको हामी चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ भने you have to analyze in our production systems there. Therefore, we have to develop X efficiency. X efficiency tells us what? Achieve the output at the minimum cost there, at the minimum cost in comparison to others. It means that previous to last year's, your production cost is minimized there, last year to, yes, this year, and this year to next year. And you are getting high quality products in your, yes, in your enterprises there. Okay. This is about X efficiency. X efficiency means next to one efficiency plus capability, then the others, which capacity others may not have. Okay. Therefore, you should be that person. हामी बैंकहरुमा हेर्यो भने पनि हामी के देख्छौं भने अरूले भन्दा मैले छुट्टै केही दिए मैले इन्स्योरेन्स पोलिसी दिएको छु भन्ने सुन्छौं अझै चाहिँ के आइराछ भने पर्चेजमा चाहिँ क्याशब्याक दिने भन्ने आइराछ त्यो भनेको पनि के हो भने अनि अलि धेरै बेच्न सकियो भने पर युनिट कस्ट कम हुन्छ त्यसैले पर युनिट कस्ट कम भयो भने अनि के हुन्छ भने अनि तपाईको cost of production low हुन्छ high चाहिँ selling हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा नै हो okay next related to allocative efficiency means now you have the resources but your concern is how to best use of that resources लाई कसरी best use गर्ने हो त्यसैले allocative efficiency अन्तर्गत what we already discussed, हामीले पहिले के डिस्कस गर्दै थियौं भने you have to answer the question of what to produce, how to produce, to whom to produce. Even in all the economy, yes, you have to answer all these things there. Whatever it is socialist economy, whatever it is mixed economy, or what is, yes, capitalistic economy. You have to answer the question of, yes, what to produce, how to produce, to whom to produce. Yes. Or at price to be produced. At what price to be produced? Oh, कुन प्राइसमा प्रोड्युस गर्ने हो भन्ने कुराको एन्सर कसले गर्ने हो त्यसैको आधारमा चाहिँ इकोनोमीहरु चाहिँ के गरिएका छन् भने डिफाइन गरिएका छन् त्यसैले अब त्यतिखेर तपाईसँग के हुनु पर्छ You should have the allocative efficiency. Allocative efficiency means what? Means you can answer the question of what to produce, how to produce, to whom to produce, even at what price to produce. It will be very much what they explain and answer. ती कुराहरु चाहिँ पर्याप्त एक्सप्लेन हुनुपर्छ र त्यसको एन्सर हुनुपर्छ राइट एन्सर हुनुपर्छ तपाईको लागि बेनिफिशियल एन्सर हुनुपर्छ त्यो नै के हो एलोकेटिभ एफिसिएन्सी हो त्यसैले एलोकेटिभ एफिसिएन्सी इज कन्सर्न विथ द हाउ मच क्वान्टिटी इज प्रोड्युस्ड एलोकेटिभ एफिसिएन्सी achieved when marginal utility of the good equals to the marginal cost. तपाईले कुनै पनि वस्तु बजारमा बेच्दाखेरि हामीले प्राइस डिटरमाइन गर्दाखेरि के गर्छौं भने जहिले हाम्रो मार्जिनल युटिलिटी सँग चाहिँ के हुन्छ हाम्रो इक्वलाइजेसन हुन्छ मार्जिनल कस्ट इक्वल हुन्छ हो त्यतिखेर मात्रै चाहिँ के हुन सक्छ भनेले हामीले मार्केटमा चाहिँ हाम्रो वस्तु बेच्न सक्छौं या किन्न सक्छौं या त्यसलाई एफिसिएन्टली एलोकेट गर्न सक्छौं त्यसैले यहाँ चाहिँ डिमान्ड कर्वले के बताउँछ भने मार्जिनल युटिलिटी बताउँछ र सप्लाई कर्वले के बताउँछ भने मार्जिनल कस्ट बताउँछ you can see there and yes the firm operating under imperfect competition do not achieve allocative efficiency there यदि imperfect competition रहेछ भने तपाईसँग कम्पिटिसनै छैन भने तपाईले धेरै विचार गर्नु पर्दैन you don't think more and at that time you can lose the what your efficiency allocative efficiency there in the low competition situation. Therefore, you should have cut-through competitions, and that can give the high efficiency in all the water production capabilities, including allocative efficiency there. At that time, you always worry about what to produce, how to produce, to whom to produce, at what price to be produced there. Yes, that is the thing. But there is the cost. You can see there, P should be very greater than the MC. This concept can be explained by the help of the diagram. You can see there. One side, DD is the demand curve and supply is the supply curve. SS is the supply curve there. It represents MC and DD curve represents the what? Yes, marginal utility, MU. Now, the equilibrium situation is at E point. हामी E point मा चाहिँ के देख्छौं भने इक्विलिब्रियम सिचुएसन देख्छौं. अब हामी हेरौं E point भन्दा उता हेर्यो भने चाहिँ के छ? यता हेर्यो भने सप्लाई त you can see there supply is high but demand is low. But you go to the next, yes, before the E, हामी before E हेर्यो भने के देख्छौं हामीले यहाँनिर भने डिमान्ड चाहिँ हाई छ. Sorry, supply is what there very less than the demand. Therefore, our concern is how to make the equilibrium positions. That is the equilibrium position where demand and supply curve intersect others. But the thing is what? कुरा के हो भने यहाँ चाहिँ demand. We can go here. This demand curve would be gone for at the price P. Price P को P लाई चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ कहाँसम्म लग्यो भने QT को यो पोइन्ट सम्म लग्यो भने हामी के देख्छौं? यो लेभल सम्म त यहाँ त के भएको लस भएको हो नि त. भनेको अर्थ यो लेभल सम्म त यो जानु सक्थ्यो नि त. तर के भयो? What happens here? Yes, the market only can sell this amount. At that time, this is the dead loss there. Loss of wealth there. यो लेभल सम्म जानु सक्थ्यो तर यतिखेर बेच्न सक्दैन. र यतिखेर यो अमाउन्टसम्म उसले बेच्न सक्थ्यो तर उसले किन्न सक्दैन. त्यसैले यो अवस्थामा के हुन्छ भने डेड वेट लस हुन्छ. Therefore, our concern is how to minimize this dead weight loss there by increasing the demand, by increasing the supply together. That is our concern there. Therefore, you are a very efficient people there, you have good allocative efficiency there, then you have to try to minimize the dead weight loss. Okay. Now, next, effects of government policy in market equilibrium and market efficiency. Yes, the effect of government policy in the market equilibrium and efficiency can be explained, yes, on the following points here. First, that is, effects of tax policy in market equilibrium and efficiency there. Certainly, there are two types of taxes there. One is what? Direct tax, and another is indirect tax. That direct taxes are imposed on the income and wealth very directly in your incomes there. And next, indirect taxes are imposed on goods and services through the various what there policies there. That is what? Value-added tax, VAT policies there, excise duties there, sales tax, and others. On the market equilibrium and efficiency. Therefore, when taxes are levied, then what happens? Certainly, levied on goods and services, then the price of the goods and services will be increased. On the contrary, that when tax is what are exempted or what are freed there, then the price of the goods and services will be decreased there. And at the same time, there is the what effect on your cost of production there. यदि ट्याक्स बढ्यो भने हाम्रो मूल्य त बढ्छ वस्तु तथा सेवाहरूको सँगसँगै हाम्रा सबै मेटेरियल्सहरूको प्रोडक्सन मेटेरियल्सहरूको पनि मूल्य सँगै बढ्छ. यसको अर्थ के हो भने हाम्रो कस्ट अफ प्रोडक्सन पनि बढ्छ. त्यसको ठिक्क विपरीत यदि चाहिँ सरकारले मूल्य घटायो, घट्ने पोलिसीहरू चाहिँ लागू गर्यो या taxation policies that is decline there in the various goods and services there, धेरै गुड्स एन्ड सर्भिसेसहरू यदि ट्याक्स पोलिसिजहरू चाहिँ घटायो भने त्यतिखेर के हुन्छ, त्यस्ता वस्तु तथा सेवाहरूको मूल्य क्रमशः घट्छ र र मेटेरियल्सको मूल्य पनि त्यसरी नै घट्छ र त्यस अवस्थामा तपाईँ के गर्नुहुन्छ भने मोर एफिसियन्सी गेन गर्नुहुन्छ प्रोडक्सन्सको निम्ति। पहिलेभन्दा अहिले चाहिँ हाई क्यापेबिलिटी गेन गर्नुहुन्छ र हाई प्रोडक्सन गरेर मार्केटमा तपाईले चाहिँ के गर्नु सक्छ, नाफा कमाउन सक्नुहुन्छ। र at that time your concern is what is the taxation policies of the government in this time. You have to see the various taxation policies of the government there. Based on that, then you relate your policies, your programs in your industry or enterprises. Yes. Now you can see the taxation situations and what happened in your goods and services. The effect of tax policy in the market is discussed through the diagram there. There will be change in market equilibrium and efficiency. This concept can be clearly explained by the help of what diagram. You can see what happened there. Now the government imposes the what? High tax. सरकारले हाई ट्याक्स इम्पोज गर्यो भने के हुन्छ? मूल्य बढ्छ। मूल्य बढ्छ भनेको पी बाट P1 मा के हुन्छ? शिफ्ट गर्छ प्राइस। र यसको अर्थ किन भने यतिखेर पहिलो हाम्रो इक्विलिब्रियम के थियो? ट्याक्स लगाउनु भन्दा पहिले हाम्रो इक्विलिब्रियम सिचुएसन के थियो? ई मा थियो। ई थियो र प्राइस चाहिँ पी थियो र यतिखेर हामीले चाहिँ कति किन्न सकेका थियौं या बेच्न सकेका थियौं? ओक्यू अमाउन्ट अफ आउटपुट किन्न बेच्न सकेका थियौं। अब सरकारले ट्याक्स लगायो। अब हेर अहिले ट्याक्स लगायो। कयौं चाहिँ केमा? गाडीहरुमा ट्याक्स लगायो। अनि त्यस्तै गरेर चाहिँ गएर केमा? मदिराहरुमा ट्याक्स लगायो र अनि विभिन्न विदेशी वस्तुहरु जुन लग्जरियस गुड्सहरु छ त्यसमा ट्याक्स लगायो भने अब के भयो भने प्राइस बढेर P to P1 भयो अनि क्वान्टिटी चाहिँ डिमान्ड चाहिँ के भयो? सप्लाई र डिमान्डको इक्विलिब्रियम अहिले के भयो? E1 मा गएर Q1 डिटरमाइन भयो। त्यसको अर्थ अब हामीले पहिले जति वस्तु किन्न सक्दैनौं। कति किन्छौं त? OQ बाट OQ1 मा घट्छौं। किन भने हाम्रो इक्विलिब्रियम पोइन्ट चाहिँ कहाँनिर हुन्छ? E1 मा हुन्छ। किन भएको भने अब हामीले अब ट्याक्सेसन पोलिसिज चाहिँ के भयो भने कन्ट्रोल गर्ने पोलिसी भयो। ती वस्तु तथा सेवाहरू चाहिँ देशमा नल्याउने भन्ने पोलिसी भयो या नबढाउने भन्ने पोलिसी सरकारले गर्यो भने त्यतिखेर ट्याक्स बढ्छ। ट्याक्स बढ्ने बित्तिकै मूल्य बढ्छ। यसको अवस्थामा तपाईको कस्ट बढ्ने भएकोले तपाईले त्यति लेभलमा प्रोडक्सन गर्नुहुन्न। यसको अर्थ क्वान्टिटी पनि घट्छ र हाम्रो नयाँ इक्विलिब्रियम चाहिँ प्राप्त हुन्छ। यो सिचुएसन हो। अब यसको विपरीत कहिलेकाहीँ यसको ठ्याक्कै विपरीत सरकारले केही वस्तुहरुमा, सबै वस्तुहरुमा भन्न सकिदैन, केही वस्तुहरुमा के गर्यो भने ट्याक्स डिडक्सन पोलिसी पनि लागू गर्न सक्छ। अघि हामीले यो फिगर हेरेका थियौं। अब हामी हेर्दै छौं ट्याक्स पोलिसी। That's one. Next policy. That's two. अब हामी यहाँ हेर्दै छौं यदि त्यसको विपरीत चाहिँ यदि के भयो भने यदि मूल्य घटायो भने यहाँ चाहिँ P माथि P1 तल हुनु पर्ने यो बिग्रेको रहेछ। यदि हामी ठिक्क यदि ट्याक्स पोलिसी घटाउने पोलिसी रह्यो भने त्यतिखेर भने अघिको भन्दा कन्ट्रारी हुन सक्छ है। यो फिगरमा अलिकति S1 S2 चाहिँ उल्टो बनाउनु है। चाहिँ S1 गर्नु र SS गर्नु। Now this is about the taxation policies. यसको अर्थ यदि ट्याक्सेसन पोलिसी अनुसार हामी ट्याक्स बढायो भने के हुँदो रहेछ भने मूल्य बढ्दो रहेछ, सप्लाई घट्छ, प्राइस बढ्छ। त्यसको विपरीत चाहिँ यदि त्यो ट्याक्सेसन पोलिसी त्यस्ता अमाउन्टहरु, त्यस्ता गुड्सहरुमा, आइटमहरुमा चाहिँ घटाइयो भने त्यो वस्तु तथा सेवाहरुको मूल्य चाहिँ घट्छ। यसको अर्थ बजारमा चाहिँ के गर्छ? माग बढ्छ। हामी हेर्न सक्छौं कि यो यसलाई E1 लाई यसलाई E गरेर यसलाई E1 गर्यो भने सजिलो हुन्छ र त्यतिखेर हाम्रो Q2 Q1 गरौँ र त्यो अवस्थामा हामी के देख्छौं भने मार्केटमा हामी वस्तु तथा सेवा अघिको भन्दा P1 भन्दा P मूल्यमा सस्तो मूल्यमा चाहिँ पाउँछौं। यसको अर्थ क्वान्टिटी बढ्छ, डिमान्ड बढ्छ। त्यसैले तपाईले हामीले त्यो ट्याक्सका प्रोभिजन्सहरू हेरेर हाम्रो प्रोडक्टलाई चाहिँ के त हामी मार्केटमा कति पठाउन सक्छौँ भन्ने कुराको क्याल्कुलेसन चाहिँ तपाईँ हामीले गर्नुपर्छ र त्यही पोलिसीको आधारमा हामी देख्छौँ नि त जब बजेट आउँछ प्राइभेट सेक्टरको चाहिँ प्रतिक्रिया के छ अनि भनेर आउँछ त्यतिखेर चाहिँ कन्ज्युमर्सहरूको प्रतिक्रिया के छ भनेर आउँछ अस्ति पनि हामीले डिस्कस गरेका थियौँ त्यहाँ के सुनिएको थियो भने त्यो बजेट डिस्कसनमा केही वस्तुहरूमा चाहिँ सरकारले अहिले एक्जेम्ट गरे भएर मूल्य घट्ने चाहिँ देखिन्छ तर विदेशबाट आउने लग्जरियस गुड्स र के अरे 50 लाख भन्दा माथिका गाडीहरूमा अनि चाहिँ मूल्य बढाए भएर यो चाहिँ नआउने देखिन्छ यतिखेर सरकारले चाहिँ के गरेको देशको मुद्रा चाहिँ विदेश धेरै नजाओस् र हामी चाहिँ भेरी लग्जरियस चाहिँ नबनौँ भनेर यो पोलिसी ल्याएको भन्ने कुराको तर्क पनि थियो त्यसैले हामी कुन वस्तुमा कुन दर कायम भयो भनेर हामी के गर्छौँ भने बजेटको दिन निकै सुन्छौँ र अनि त्यहाँ भनिन्छ बजेट बनाउनुभन्दा अगाडि 15-20 दिनदेखि त्यहाँ भित्र बस्ने मान्छेहरू जसले बजेट बनाउँछन् ट्याक्सका दरहरू निर्धारण गर्छन् तिनीहरू बाहिर निस्किनु पाइँदैन र उनीहरूले चाहिँ के गर्नु मिल्दैन भने त्यहाँको गोपनीयता भङ्ग गर्नु मिल्दैन त्यति भयो भने कानुन विपरीत हुन्छ त्यसैले बजारमा आइरहेको थियो केही कुराहरूमा चाहिँ के भएको अनि यस्तो भयो कि भन्ने शङ्का पनि आइरहेका थिए तर यस्तो हुनु हुँदैन त्यसैले त्यो ट्याक्सेसन पोलिसीले चाहिँ 1 वर्षको सबै कुराहरूको चाहिँ इफिसियन्सी हेर्ने भएकोले प्राइस चाहिँ डिटरमाइन गर्ने भएकोले द्याट वुड बी भेरी वाटेड सेक्रेट किनभने कहिलेकाहीँ कसैले के हुन्छ भने कुनै पनि एउटा वस्तुको अनि भोलिका दिनमा चाहिँ भन्सार मूल्य चाहिँ बढ्दैछ भन्ने थाहा पायो भने 1 हप्ता अगाडि स्टक गरेर ल्याउँछ सस्तो मूल्यमा अनि पछि चाहिँ बेच्न सक्ने भयो भने त्यतिखेर के हुन्छ भने ऊ चाहिँ बेनिफिसियर हुन्छ हामीले त्यही भएर कहिलेकाहीँ कता सुने पनि थियौँ ट्याक्स घट्छ गरे भन्ने थाहा पाएर अनि सामान ल्याएर स्टक गरेको थियो नभन्दै घट्यो उसैलाई फाइदा भयो ट्याक्स चाहिँ चाहिँ क्या हो त्यो चाहिँ के त भनेको पोलिसी चाहिँ निर्धारण गर्नेहरू पहिले भन्दैछन् कि के हो भने शङ्का उठ्ने गर्छ त्यसले त्यसको विपरीत चाहिँ यो बढ्छ है भन्ने भयो भने त्यस्ता वस्तुहरू चाहिँ उनीहरूले चाहिँ अनि नल्याऊ है भनिदियो भने त्यसमा के गर्छ भने कसैलाई बेनिफिट हुन्छ त्यसैले यस्तो कुरा मार्केटमा हुनुहुन्न सबै कुरा गोप्य हुनुपर्छ तर हाम्रो कन्सर्न भनेको के हो भने ट्याक्सको डिटर्मिनेसन अनुसार त्यो वस्तुको कस्ट बढ्ने मूल्य बढ्ने भएकोले हामी त्यसलाई चाहिँ समेत के अरे त्यसलाई चाहिँ मध्यनजर राखेर वी हेभ टु थिङ्क अबाउट इट एन्ड मेक आवर पोलिसिज टु मिनिमाइज द कस्ट अफ प्रोडक्सन्स ओके नेक्स्ट now effects of government policy in market equilibrium that is subsidy policy in market equilibrium and efficiency. Subsidies may be regarded as the negative taxes. सरकारले यस्ता कुराहरुमा के गर्छ ट्याक्सहरु चाहिँ घटाउँछ र अनि जनताहरुलाई चाहिँ त्यस्ता कुराहरुमा के गर्छ भने फ्यासिलिटेट गर्छ त्यस्तो अवस्था रह्यो भने के हुन्छ भने त्यस्ता वस्तुहरुको मूल्य चाहिँ घट्छ मूल्य घट्छ यतिखेर in these situations there you would have the water right or you would have the water capability to produce more goods or more amount of goods than before यदि सरकारले त्यस्ता वस्तुहरुमा चाहिँ सब्सिडी दियो भने हामी के गर्छौं त्यो पहिले भन्दा बढी उत्पादन गर्ने क्षमता राख्छौं which have positive externalities which are under the produced by the market there हामीसँग त्यो भनेको पोजिटिभ एक्सटर्नालिटीज हो भनेको पोलिसीले हामीलाई चाहिँ पोजिटिभ इम्प्याक्ट पार्यो किन पार्यो भने हामीले लो प्राइसमा हामी चाहिँ प्रोडक्ट गर्न सक्ने भयौं र अनि मार्केटबाट त्यसको चाहिँ सरकारले हामीलाई सब्सिडी दिने भयो त्यसकारणले गर्दा हामी चाहिँ के भयौं भने प्रफिटेबल हुन्छौं भन्ने कुराको विश्वास राख्छौं र हामी देख्छौं नि अहिले हामी चाहिँ कृषिमा सब्सिडीजहरु दिने भनिरहेछ सरकारले के सब्सिडी दिने बिउ बिजनमा 50% सब्सिडी दिने मलमा सब्सिडी दिएकै छ अनि त्यस्तै गरेर अनि चाहिँ के त मेसिन इक्विपमेन्ट्स टुलहरु किन्दाखेरि कम्तिमा पनि 50% सब्सिडी दिने हो अनि त्यस्तै गरेर अनि अरु इन्स्योरेन्स सब्सिडी दिने यदि गर्यो भने त्यतिखेर हाम्रो के हुन्छ भने हाम्रो प्रोडक्सन कस्ट घट्छ त्यस्तै गरेर त्यस्ता उद्योगहरु जसले नेपालकै कच्चा पदार्थ युज गरेर अनि प्रोडक्सन गर्छन् त्यस्ता वस्तुहरुमा पनि सरकारले के त सब्सिडी दिने अनि 500 भन्दा बढी रोजगारी सृजना गर्ने त्यस्ता उद्योगहरूलाई पनि ट्याक्स नलिने हो, कति 5 वर्षसम्म चाहिँ इन्कम ट्याक्स नलिने भनिएको छ र अनि अरू प्रकारका ट्याक्सहरू नलिने भनिएको छ। त्यस्तै केही इन्डस्ट्रीहरू जो चाहिँ अहिले स्मल लेभल इन्डस्ट्रिजहरू छन् तिनीहरूको लागि चाहिँ विद्युत चार्ज चाहिँ 50% कम गर्ने भनिएको छ या अरू विभिन्न चाहिँ फेसिलिटिजहरू भन्न सक्छ सरकारले। र त्यो अवस्थामा हामी त्यसलाई चाहिँ कति युज गर्न सक्छौँ त? सरकारले दिएको ती विभिन्न चाहिँ बेनिफिट्सहरूलाई चाहिँ ती सब्सिडिजहरूलाई कति चाहिँ ग्राब गर्न सक्छौँ र हाम्रो प्रोडक्टलाई चाहिँ इम्प्रुभ गर्न सक्छौँ या कनेक्ट गर्न सक्छौँ, त्यसको आधारमा पनि हाम्रो के हुन्छ भने इफिसियन्सी बढ्छ। एकातिर सरकारको इफेक्टिभनेस बढ्छ, जनताप्रतिको इफेक्टिभनेस, मैले जनताप्रति के गरेँ, सरकारले जनताप्रति के गर्यो त, उत्तरदायित्व वहन कति गर्यो त भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ त्यसले इन्क्रिज गर्छ भने अर्कातिर तपाईँ एज अ प्रड्युसर चाहिँ मैले त्यसबाट बेनिफिट लिएर कति लेभलमा प्रोडक्सन गरेर कुन लेभलको बेनिफिट जनतालाई दिएँ र मैले पनि प्राप्त गर्न सकेँ भन्ने कुराको चाहिँ के त बेनिफिट यसबाट प्राप्त हुन्छ। जस्तै प्रोडक्ट्स सच एज हेल्थ केयर एन्ड एजुकेसन आर अन्डर प्रोड्युस्ड बाई द मार्केट। सब्सिडिज reduce market price and help correct market efficiency there, created by the positive externalities there. In other words, subsidies help to enhance the market efficiency to those who are marginal, inefficient before. पहिला चाहिँ कम गर्न सक्थे भने अहिले बढी गर्न सक्ने, पहिला अलि रुग्ण थिए भने अब क्यापेबल हुने, पहिला अब बन्द हुन थालेका थिए भने अब चाहिँ मलाई पनि अवसर आयो है सरकारले दियो भनेर काम गर्न सुरु गर्ने। त्यो क्यापेबिलिटी चाहिँ एकातिर सरकारले पोलिसी सब्सिडी मार्फत पोलिसी मार्फत दिन्छ, सब्सिडी पोलिसी अन्तर्गत दिन्छ भने अर्कोतिर तपाईले चाहिँ अब त्यही सँगसँगै एफिसियन्सी बढाउनु कि नबढाउनु, सरकारले त भन्यो 50% चाहिँ सबै कुरामा चाहिँ छुट दिने कृषिको उत्पादनमा लाग्ने सबै लागतहरुमा भन्यो सब्सिडी दिने भन्यो। तपाई त्यहाँ लाग्नुहुन्छ कि लाग्नुहुन्न त? तपाईले पहिले भन्दा धेरै जमिनमा खेती गर्न सक्ने क्षमता इन्क्रिज गर्न सक्नुहुन्न त? या तपाईसँग एउटा चाहिँ उद्योग थियो, अब अहिले चाहिँ पहिला चाहिँ लो स्केलमा प्रोडक्सन गर्थ्यो, ल मानौँ चाहिँ त्यो भनेको डेली जम्मा अनि 50 चाहिँ मेट्रिक टन उत्पादन गर्थ्यो भने अब चाहिँ डेली 100 मेट्रिक टन उत्पादन गर्न सक्नुहुन्न। यी सबै कुराहरु चाहिँ केले भन्दा यो सरकारको यो पोलिसीले र तपाईको इफिसियन्सीले चाहिँ डाइभर्ट गर्ने कुरा हो। त्यसैले you are a very good managers there, at the same time you have to improve that kinds of capability. Okay, now next. This is, you can see there, the effect of subsidies can be shown with the help of following diagrams there. Subsidies दियो भन्नुको अर्थ के हो? अघि मैले नि भनिसकेको थिएँ, subsidies means now you will able to produce that goods at the low price than before. पहिलेको तुलनामा अब तपाईले सस्तो मूल्यमा बेच्न सक्नुहुन्छ। यसको अर्थ के हो भने तपाईको सप्लाई कर्भ कहाँ पुग्यो त? पहिलेको इक्विलिब्रियम चाहिँ सब्सिडी नदिँदाको इक्विलिब्रियम पोइन्ट ई मा थियो, त्यतिखेर हाम्रो प्राइस चाहिँ पी थियो है र हाम्रो इक्विलिब्रियम चाहिँ ई थियो। जब सरकारले सब्सिडी दियो भन्नुको अर्थ के हो भने तपाईको प्रोडक्सन कस्ट घट्यो कि घटेन? सब्सिडी पाएपछि 50% सब्सिडी पाएपछि तपाईको कस्ट अफ प्रोडक्सन घटेन त? घट्यो। यसको अर्थ के हो भने मूल्य घट्यो। मूल्य घट्यो भन्नुको अर्थ के हो? तपाईले पहिला भन्दा धेरै एकातिर सँगसँगै पहिला भन्दा धेरै उत्पादन गर्ने क्षमता पनि राख्नुभयो। धेरै उत्पादन गर्ने क्षमता राख्नुको सँगसँगै तपाईको इफिसियन्सी के बढ्यो भने लो कस्टमा प्रोडक्सन गर्ने क्षमता पनि रह्यो। त्यसैले तपाईको प्रोडक्सन बढेर Q to Q1 भयो र मूल्य घटेर P to P1 भयो। केले गर्दा फेरि सब्सिडीजले गर्दा फेरि। त्यसैले this subsidy policy is always directed to minimize the cost of production and along with minimize the price of the goods and services in the market to protect their product and yes, producers and consumers in the country, yes, and improve the national competency there by decreasing the import of the same goods from the others abroad countries there. Okay, this is the subsidy. It is very important for that. Now, effects of government policy in Yes, market equilibrium and market efficiency. Next, that is continue. This is effect of price control policy in market equilibrium and efficiency. Price control policies there. पहिले सरकारले के गरेको थियो, प्राइस इन्क्रिज गर्ने पोलिसी लगायो. सेकेन्डमा हामी के डिस्कस गर्यौं, सब्सिडिज पोलिसी कुरा गर्यौं. र थर्डमा चाहिँ अब प्राइस कन्ट्रोल गर्नका निम्ति सरकारले के गर्छ त, अर्को थर्ड विधि चाहिँ के गर्छ है, तपाईलाई सब्सिडिज पनि छैन तर पनि प्राइस चाहिँ कन्ट्रोल गर्नु पर्यो भने प्राइस कन्ट्रोल पोलिसी इज द गभर्नमेन्ट रेस्ट्रिक्सन अन प्राइस अफ गुड्स एन्ड सर्भिसेस इन द मार्केट. द प्राइस कन्ट्रोल पोलिसीज have adverse effect in the market. The different types of price control policies and their effects can be discussed below with the diagram there. अब कुन प्राइसहरुलाई चाहिँ यसले रेस्ट्रिक्ट गर्यो त, कुन प्राइसहरुलाई चाहिँ यसले रेस्ट्रिक्ट गर्यो भने हामी के देख्न सक्छौं भने हामीले अहिलेको मार्केटमा प्राइस कन्ट्रोल गर्नका निम्ति सरकारले के गर्यो त भने एक्सेस ड्युटीज लगायो. यसले गर्दा फेरि त्यो मूल्य चाहिँ के हुने भयो भने अन्य विदेशका वस्तुहरू यहाँ नआउने. अर्को भनेको के भयो भने ती वस्तुहरूमा चाहिँ ट्याक्स बढाएन सरकारले. किन बढाएन भन्यो भने तपाईलाई त्यो वस्तुको मूल्य त्यो भन्दा बढी नबढोस् भन्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ गभर्नमेन्टले चाहिँ पोलिसी के गर्यो, एडप्ट गर्यो. त्यसैले इट वाज अ भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट thing that help you to stabilize the policy price of your product. है, त्यसलाई चाहिँ स्टेबलाइज गर्नका निम्ति के गर्छ भने गर्छ. अब तपाई बैंकिङ सेक्टरमा हुनुहुन्छ, सरकारले के गर्छ भने तपाईको बेस रेट कति हो र त्यसको आधारमा कतिसम्म मात्रै तपाई माथि जान सक्नुहुने हो त्यो कुराको एउटा चाहिँ सिलिङ चाहिँ निर्धारण गर्छ. यो अर्थ यो पनि के हो भने प्राइस कन्ट्रोल पोलिसी हो, थ्रु विच द सप्लाई अफ द मनी इन द मार्केट विल बी अन्डर कन्ट्रोल. यसको आधारमा बजारमा जाने मुद्रा या तरलता कन्ट्रोल हुन्छ र त्यसको आधारमा पनि के हुन्छ, प्राइस कन्ट्रोल गरिन्छ. यो चाहिँ एउटा मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट मेजर्स हो. त्यस्तै अरु चाहिँ के त डाइरेक्ट सरकारले यो भन्दा बढी मूल्य हुन मिल्दैन भन्छ. हामी कहिलेकाहीँ सुन्छौं नि त, यो भन्दा प्राइस घट्नु पनि हुन्न बढ्नु पनि हुँदैन भनेर सरकारले चाहिँ विभिन्न वस्तुहरूको मूल्य तोक्छ. अहिले के भनेको छ, कृषिमा चाहिँ उत्पादन सुरु गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि मूल्य तोक्ने भनेको छ. अस्ति गहुँको मूल्य तोक्यो 3100 कति रुपैयाँ प्रति क्विन्टल. यसको अर्थ के हो, त्यो भन्दा त्यो मूल्य चाहिँ तल जानु सक्दैन. माथि सक्छौ भने फार्मर्सहरूले बेच, तर त्यो भन्दा कम हुँदैन है भनेको. त्यसको अर्थ कहिलेकाहीँ के गर्छ भने त्यो भन्दा बढी हुनु हुँदैन पनि भन्छ हो. त्यसैले त्यसलाई हामी चाहिँ सरकारले यस्तो जुन पोलिसीहरु चाहिँ एडप्ट गर्छ त्यसलाई हामी के भन्छौं, प्राइस कन्ट्रोल पोलिसी. प्राइस कन्ट्रोल पोलिसी अन्तर्गत त्यो मूल्यलाई यथावत राख्ने प्रयत्न गरिन्छ. ओके, नेक्स्ट. नाउ यु क्यान सी द थिंग्स. ती कुराहरुलाई हामी के गर्छौं भने हामी डायग्राममा हेर्छौं. इफेक्ट अफ प्राइस सिलिङ. यतिखेर सरकारले प्राइस सिलिङ तोक्छ. हामी हेर्दैछौँ यहाँ प्राइस सिलिङ. प्राइस सिलिङ इज द मैक्सिमम प्राइस फिक्स्ड बाय द गभर्नमेन्ट फर अ पार्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्युस्ड बाय द फर्म. सो द इफेक्ट अफ इंट्रोड्यूसिङ सिलिङ प्राइस. हामी यहाँ हेर्छौँ प्राइस सिलिङ चाहिँ कति हो त सरकारको भन्यो भने P1 हो. P1 हो. अब हामी चाहिँ नि प्राइस P1 चाहिँ सरकारले चाहिँ सिलिङ प्राइस सिलिङ गरेको थियो. यदि हाम्रो चाहिँ के भयो भने मैक्सिमम प्राइस चाहिँ P1 सम्म गयो. त्यसो अवस्थामा हामी चाहिँ के देख्यौं त त्यहाँ भने त्यतिखेर हाम्रो पोजिसन चाहिँ B बाट E पोजिसनमा गयो, A पोजिसनमा जान्छ. यस्तो अवस्थामा हाम्रो चाहिँ के त भने मूल्य चाहिँ यहाँ हेर्छौं हामीले यो पोजिसन्समा चाहिँ B1 बाट हाम्रो चाहिँ सेलिङ चाहिँ के भयो भने E इक्विलिब्रियममा जान त खोज्यो, तर यो अवस्था सिर्जना हुँदैन किनभने प्राइस चाहिँ हाम्रो पहिले नै छ. त्यतिखेर गुड्सहरुको के हुन्छ, सर्टेज हुन्छ. हामीले चाहिएर मात्रै भएन नि त, त्यति सेलिङ गर्न सक्नु पर्यो. यो लेभलमा सेलिङ सक्नु पर्यो, सक्दैन. हाम्रो सप्लाई त योसम्म छ, त्यसैले यो पोजिसनमा चाहिँ जान सक्दैन. व्हाट इज दैट भनेको P1 प्राइस सिलिङ छ भने हामी त्यो प्राइस सिलिङ भित्र बसेर हाम्रो वस्तु तथा सेवाहरू किनबेच गर्न पर्छ र त्यो P1 प्राइस सिलिङ कहाँबाट झारेको भने पहिला P प्राइसबाट अब हामी चाहिँ P1 प्राइसमा हामी चाहिँ झर्यौं सरकारले के गर्यो प्राइस कन्ट्रोल पोलिसी पहिला चाहिँ प्रति युनिट चाहिँ मूल्य चाहिँ 20 रुपैयाँ थियो अब त्यसलाई घटाएर कतिमा झार्यो भन्दा 15 मा झार्यो भने हामी त्यही प्राइसलाई चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ फलो गर्नुपर्छ र त्यो फलो गर्ने क्रममा के हुन सक्छ भने कहिलेकाहीँ गुड्सहरु चाहिँ डिमान्ड हाई भएर सर्टेज पनि हुन सक्छ तर किनभने त्योभन्दा माथि चाहिँ त्योभन्दा बढी उत्पादन गरे पनि घाटा हुन्छ उत्पादन गर्न पनि सकिदैन सिलिङ मेन्टेन गर्दाखेरि त्यसले गर्दा फेरि यसले चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने दुईटा कुरा हुन्छ एकातिर प्राइस कन्ट्रोल हुन्छ अर्कोतिर सँगसँगै चाहिँ त्यस्ता खालका वस्तु तथा सेवाहरूको मूल्य चाहिँ के हुन्छ पनि कन्ट्रोल हुन्छ दुईटा काम सँगसँगै हुन्छ दिस इज नेक्स्ट अब हामी चाहिँ सरप्लस हुन्छ अब हेरौं अघिको पोलिसीमा के थियो भने सर्टेज थियो सस्तो मूल्य घटाएको कारणले सर्टेज थियो मान्छेले धेरै किन्न खोज्थे नि त तर प्राइस फ्लोर चाहिँ अब अहिले चाहिँ के भयो भने अब हामी हेर्छौं प्राइस सिलिङ चाहिँ फ्लोर चाहिँ के छ P बाट P1 भएको छ P बाट P1 हुँदाखेरि अब मान्छेको डिमान्ड त E बाट त E1 हुन सकेन त्यसले गर्दाखेरि के भयो भने त्यस्तो अवस्थामा ती वस्तु तथा सेवाहरू चाहिँ मान्छेले चाहिँ उपभोग नगरून् भनिएको हो P बाट P1 प्राइस भयो अहिले हामी मदिराहरूको लग्जरियस गुड्सहरूको प्राइस चाहिँ सरकारले किन बढायो किन कन्ट्रोल गर्न खोज्यो भन्यो भने मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ यो धेरै त्यो भन्दा बढी उपभोग नगरून् सरप्लस भयो भने अब मान्छे डिस्करेज हुन् दे विल डिस्करेज टु produce discouraged to import the goods from the market or from the international market बाट त्यस्ता चाहिँ वस्तुहरु चाहिँ के गरून् नकिनुन् भन्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ के गर्यो त्यो गर्यो जस्तै हामी यहाँ के देख्छौं भने पहिला हामीले चाहिँ 50 लाख भन्दा कम पर्ने विद्युतीय गाडीहरुको चाहिँ ट्याक्स घटाइयो यसको अर्थ के हो त्यतातिरको चाहिँ कारहरुको माग त बढ्यो तर त्यस्ता वस्तु 50 लाख भन्दा बढी पर्नेहरुको चाहिँ विद्युतीय गाडीको पनि मूल्य चाहिँ धेरै बढाइयो यसको अर्थ के हो प्राइस सिलिङ माथि लग्यो यसको अर्थ अब अहिले डिमान्डै छैन हो यसको अर्थ के हुने भयो यो त सरप्लस हुने भयो डिमान्ड हो सरप्लस हुने भयो this is the thing no one is ready to consume that high price why it is through the high taxation policy there सरकारले चाहिँ मूल्य बढाउने नीति ल्यायो P बाट P1 मा गयो सिचुएसन अघि सर्टेज थियो सिलिङ प्राइस लो गरेको अवस्थामा के त धेरै कन्ज्युमरहरु थपिया थिए सर्टेज थियो अब अहिले चाहिँ सिलिङ चाहिँ प्राइस हाई गर्यो यसको अर्थ के भयो सरप्लस भयो बिकेन भन्नुको अर्थ के हो तपाई चाहिँ डिस्करेज हुनुभयो कि त्यस्ता वस्तु उत्पादन गर्नका लागि यसरी हाम्रो चाहिँ के त प्राइस फ्लोरले मिनिमम प्राइस र अनि के मिनिमम प्राइस र हायर प्राइसको आधारमा चाहिँ के गर्छ कन्ट्रोल गर्दछ कन्जम्पसन अफ गुड्स एन्ड सर्भिसेस Okay. Now, third is related to buffer stock. Buffer stocks there. तपाईलाई चाहिँ यो बीचमा रहेर चाहिँ तपाई चाहिँ आफ्नो मार्केटलाई चाहिँ चलायमान गर्नुस् भन्छ यो भनेकै पनि के हो भने तपाईलाई चाहिँ 2% मा यताउता गर्नुस् भने हुन्छ नि त तपाईको चाहिँ के रे उसमा बैंकमा तपाईको टोटल चाहिँ के हो भने भर्खर भन्दै थिए मैले बिर्सेँ तपाईको त्यहाँको जुन मनी जति पनि रेडी छ त्यसमा चाहिँ जुन रेट छ त्यो रेटमा चाहिँ तपाई यो भन्दा तल पनि नजानुस् यो भन्दा माथि पनि नजानुस् भन्छ हो यसको अर्थ तपाईले तपाईको के त ग्राहकहरुबाट लिने चाहिँ कति 2% हो जम्मा सरी तपाई ग्राहकहरुलाई मिनिमम 2% देखि म्याक्सिमम चाहिँ 6% सम्म दिनुस् र अनि तपाईले मार्केटमा 80% देखि 80% मा बेच्नुस् भन्छ त्यो बीचमा रहेर गरिने चाहिँ के त एउटा स्टक हुन्छ तपाईको त्यो बीचमा जति पनि तपाईको आफ्नो प्ले गर्नुहुन्छ बाउन्डरीज अप्पर र लोवर बाउन्डरीको बीचमा रहेर यु हैव टु प्ले देयर देन इट इज योर बफर जोन बफर स्टक therefore those are very high competitors then they will able to sell their product even P2 also there But those who are not competent there, then they have to sell their product at P1 there. P1 मा पनि बेच्नु सक्छ र यहाँ तपाईले चाहिँ P1 मा बेचेर धेरै चाहिँ क्वान्टिटी बेचेर पर युनिट लेस प्राइस चाहिँ प्रफिट खाएर पनि तपाई बस्नु पर्ने हुन्छ त्यसैले इस बफर स्टक a price is set between the upper and lower boundaries. It is known as the buffer stock. It makes use of the both minimum and maximum prices. If the market price starts to move outside and upper and lower boundaries, the government will intervene. Such kind of government interference creates market inefficiency. The concept of buffer stock can be explained by the help of this diagram here. Therefore, yes, it helps one side increase the efficiency. Through the what there? Government interference there. सरकारले के गर्छ हस्तक्षेप गर्छ हामीले सुन्छौं नि त कहिलेकाहीँ सरकारले चाहिँ मार्केट हस्तक्षेप गर्यो कहिलेबाट मोनेटरी पोलिसीद्वारा यसको अर्थ के हो तपाई यो भन्दा माथि यो भन्दा तल जानु मिल्दैन you can play in between. This is the buffer stocks. Therefore, you have to play on it, but you have very good chance to make your efficiency. If you have good efficiency, then you can go up to P2. But if you are less efficient, then you can go up to P1, but not less than that. त्यो भन्दा तल जानु सक्दैन तर तपाईको इक्विलिब्रियम पोजिसन भनेको कहाँ हुन्छ ई मा हुन्छ त्यसो हुँदा तपाईको या तपाई सप्लायर हो किनभने तपाई प्रोड्युसर्स हो तपाई म्यानेजर हो तपाई र अर्कोतिर कन्ज्युमर भनेको डीडी हो डिमान्ड हो एउटा पोइन्टमा चाहिँ इक्विलिब्रियम पोइन्ट आउँछ त्यतिखेर चाहिँ एक्चुअल तपाई टोटल हिसाब गर्दाखेरि ओके अमाउन्ट अफ आउटपुट क्यान बी सोल्ड एट ओपी प्राइस in between the what buffer stocks there. Okay, this is about the theme today. Hey, hello. As a
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon.